Hi, my loves. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Vanessa, Vani for short. And on this channel, I'm documenting my Amazon journey, sharing my tips, tricks, and lessons I've learned along the way. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I went and looking for a supplier for my private label product. Now, there are a few websites that you can go on, but the most popular one to find a supplier is called Alibaba.com. They have a wide variety of all types of products. I'm going to jump into my computer and show you all the steps that I took. When you log into Alibaba, you're going to go up to the top and type in your product. For today's example, I'm just going to search some bonnets. First thing you're going to do is go to the side. You're going to select Trade Assurance and Verified Supplier. So Trade Assurance is a program that ensures that your product is being made to the quality that you expect. You are paying for this securely and that your items are shipped on time. If at any time you have a problem with your shipment, Alibaba will help you file a dispute and get you reimbursed. Now, when all your search results come up, you will go here and you will see how much each piece will cost. So you will see this one is $3 to $7 per piece. This is the shipping, that's kind of off. And it says 10 pieces MOQ. MOQ is minimum order quantity. So that's the minimum you can order. Also, you'll see the verified. When you selected that, that means how many years the supplier has been selling. For me, I would honestly just look for suppliers that have been selling minimum 2 to 3 years. From there, you would just scroll down and go through to see which ones you like. Now, I've seen other videos before and all the research I've done that they say to contact at least 20 to 40 suppliers. So you have a good amount of different quotes for different amounts that you want and that you're looking for. That's awesome. That's good. And that makes sense. For me, though, I felt like I was going to be overwhelmed because I am a new seller. So honestly, all I really sent was like maybe 10 to 15 emails because I was so nervous. I knew if I was going to get an overwhelming response, I didn't want to overwhelm myself basically. So what I did, I just sent 10 to 15. I'm going to give you guys the template. Also, I looked at templates as well of all the other sellers and I got, some of the stuff that they use. I wrote a whole long email and half of these suppliers did not answer those questions. They did not respond. But I do see why I had to write those because you do get some suppliers that do answer all your questions, which I'm going to go over now. And those are the ones that you really want to work with. So the easiest way for me to do it, instead of doing it one by one, I learned this little trick. When you go onto the website, there's this little button right here that says compare. I added one there. I had already added that one. I add one here, 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 here. You just go down the list. I mean, you can look at the prices and everything if you like it, and their information. You can choose like that, but I just went down the list. Then, of course, here you can compare, the information, but honestly, I didn't do that. I just went and I contacted the supplier. Now, to contact the supplier, you do have to have a profile, but it's free to set up, so you can just make yourself a profile. And on here, you just go down and type in your message. Also, you can attach a picture of the product that you want. And you send your inquiry and it'll send it to all of these suppliers. So again, I sent this full email and a lot of them did not respond to this. You also have to remember that there's a language barrier. So some of them don't understand what you're saying, or they put it in a Google Translate and it doesn't come out to what you're asking. So try to make it as simple as possible. And also I suggest using bullet points just to make it easier for the supplier. So of course, first you want to introduce yourself. Hi, my name is so on. You're looking for this type of product that you want to sell. A question that you do want to ask is if they are the manufacturer or a trading company. The trading company is a company that purchases from different suppliers and just resells them on the website. The manufacturer is the one that can actually customize your product and make it to your liking. So my suggestion is that you do work with the manufacturer because I highly recommend customizing your product. Now, there are some upsides to working with a trading company. Their minimum order quantity, their MOQ, is lower because the manufacturer, their MOQ usually is about 500 to 1,000 pieces. Next, you want to ask what is the cost of this product per unit in FOB, EXW, and DDP. When I first saw this, I was like, what are all these things? Like, I had no idea what it was. Don't worry, I'm here to explain it. So FOB is when the supplier is responsible to have your goods loaded onto the ship at an agreed upon port. Once it's there, then it's your responsibility to pay and arrange for a freight forwarder to get the rest of the goods to its destination, whether it be the Amazon warehouse or to your house. In our case, because we are FBM, it'll be to our house or to wherever our warehouse is. With EXW, the supplier is not responsible for anything. Instead, you and your freight forwarder that you hired are responsible for paying and arranging all the products to get from their warehouse to yours or to your house, whichever one. EXW is the cheapest route to go. However, it is a little bit more of a headache because you do take care of it all and have a freight forwarder that you do trust. But both FOB and EXW do require a freight forwarder. Now, the last one is DDP. DDP is the simplest one because you have nothing to do with it. You just sit back and wait for your shipment to come. This is the one that the supplier takes care of all the costs and arrangements to get your goods onto the ship and to you. Now, sometimes suppliers give you the option of by sea or by air. By sea usually takes 30 to 45 days and is the cheaper route, or by air, which takes about maybe a week or two to get your goods, but that one is a little bit more expensive. If you do choose to use EXW or FOB, this next section is when you ask what port will the finished goods be sent to. So you want to ask if they can customize the product. Also, what is the cost per unit for this customization? Some suppliers will only do a minimum order of 5,000 if it is a customization. That happened to me. I had to do it, but it's okay. The more you order, the cheaper it is. But we'll get to that. You also want to ask them what is the lead time. The lead time is basically how long will it take to make this order. You also want to be personable with them. So you want to ask them what is a great time or what's the best time to reach them. So they know that you are respectful of their time off and things like that. So you want to get in good because you want to get the best price. If chatting with them on Alibaba is easier, or if they have a WeChat number, WhatsApp, or email, whichever way is better to communicate with them. Honestly, with me, when I've done my orders, I've just talked to them through the chat on Alibaba and it's been perfectly fine. But up to you, that's a good way to talk to them as well. You can also ask them if they have a PayPal account, or if you feel more comfortable doing PayPal, or if they have the trade assurance. Usually, because we selected that, it's going to come up with only the suppliers that have the trade assurance. I've done it through trade assurance, and I haven't had any problems. So, but these are good questions to ask. You never know. Now, here is a must. Always ask for a sample and ask how much a sample is. Now, I will give you an example of what happened to me. I was talking to 3 suppliers all at the same time. They all gave me 3 different prices for a sample. One was cheap. It was like $80 maybe. And then the other one went up to $200. Now, I say that you need to get a sample because I was at the point that one of the suppliers, she gave me an amazing price, really cheap. Everything was good. She showed me pictures of the product and I asked her if this was, good quality. She said yes. She was like on it. I was like, you know what? Let me just get a sample. So I ordered the sample. Mind you, it was a $200 one. And when I got the product, it was the most flimsiest, it was not what I expected. And I was this close to putting in my order of a big quantity and I was not happy with the product. So thankfully I did order a sample. I highly suggest that you really do get samples because this is your brand, your products, and you want to be selling for years. Now, once you're ready to place your order, for me, it was very simple. I just told my supplier how much I wanted. We agreed upon the price. And then how she charged me was I paid 50% upfront. And then once my product was manufactured and shipped off, I paid the other 50%. And that was pretty much it. So I got my products. I was very happy and I sold out really quick. And now I'm in the process of ordering more. So yeah, I'm excited. It's scary. I'm not gonna lie. But if you want to succeed, you got to take risks. No risk, no reward. Hopefully this video was easy for you guys to follow along. If you have any questions, as always, leave them below. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and the bell so you're always notified when I upload something. And as always, I'll see you guys soon. Bye, my loves.